Greetings, everyone. I'm going to speak very frankly in this video. And before I start, I'm going to say that if my words offend you and cause you to become angry, then you would then surrender your power to me and I would become your master. Anytime someone says something to you and it angers you in such a way and you stay in that place, that person is your master. So you control how you feel and you don't allow someone else's truth to weigh you down or burden you to such a place where you stay in this place of rage. I'm just speaking my truth. Sometimes you have to go through crisis for you to know who your friends are. Sometimes you have to go through things in your life for you to realize where you need to prioritize, where you need to put your energy. You focus your energy and your time with the wrong people. And when certain things happen in your life, you find out that they would not do the same for you. I reached out to somebody very special to me, and I told the person I needed to unload. Now, if the person decides to preserve herself when they hear the word, because that's a loaded word, unload. But really, what I wanted to do is really talk about my feelings, stuff that I have kept and buried deep inside of me. Because if you don't share this with somebody that you feel like you can trust, those feelings will stay inside of you and become something else. And this is a very difficult time for me. And the person tell me that she has a very big schedule today, and if I'm up in the night she can talk to me. That cut me to the core, because I said unload, and this is such a difficult time for me, and I reach out to you, and there's no way you could use that word to me. And I say, if I can find some time. Now, having said that, people have a right to preserve their own energy. And this is what I'm basing this video on, to say we have to learn to preserve our energy. There are times when my partner says, you give too much of your time to people. And you do so freely. You have to get something back for yourself. Because if you don't set it up in a way, people take advantage of you and your time. And then at the end of the day, when they're not there for you, you feel hurt. And it's so true. It is very true. We give ourselves to people, financially, spiritually, emotionally, to people. And it's very easy to see when you have crisis, those who really care about you. There's a woman in my life that I've known for 31 years. And in death or birth or marriage or any kind of celebration, the woman is there. Every time I look around, it's like I look over my shoulder and there she is. She's always there. Now, listen to the ones who listen to my video, those of you who have not made a phone call to say, I'm sorry to hear that you lost your dad. Friends of mine, where if I heard you lost a loved one, there's absolutely no way you wouldn't get that phone call from me to encourage you, to make you laugh at least. And not, I sat here and I waited for this phone to ring and it didn't ring. And that's very, very hurtful. Listen, I'm blocking and deleting some people after this. Now, you might say to yourself, well, people have their own problems and they're not going to take on yours. That's not what it is. We're not talking about random strangers. We're talking about people you have bond with, blood ties, and other familiar relationship with. And you at least expect these ones to be there for you, to encourage you, to comfort you. You got random strangers who would check in on me to say, are you good? Hang in there. my prayers are with you. Sometimes that's all it takes. Just a phone call to say, are you okay? Especially when you know how much I love this man. And individuals who I have had a relationship with the last year and a half, where I send hundreds of dollars to go and attend to the affairs of this person secretly. I even say, you go out front and take the praise. Let them think that you're the one doing this. And I'm going to stay on the backside, and I'm going to do my end, do my part, and you're going to assist me to do that. And you can take the praise. I don't want them to know it's me. And you could see that I would lose this person, and you don't pick up the phone and say, how are you? So sometimes these things have to happen to us for us to realize the ones who care for us. And I just want to say, bless up again. I'm saying it. Bless up Granny. Bless up Empress. Bless up Betty. Bless up every single person who have reached out to encourage me, to offer me prayers and strength. Listen, for those of you who are tired of this, I'm grieving. I'm going through this process. So, if it's too much and, all I keep talking about is this, I do this for healing purposes. I'm not going to keep my feelings bottled because I'm afraid that people are going to be uncomfortable with hearing my truth or what I'm going through. It's a moment, and it's still very raw. I'm learning from the experience, and offense may come from this video, but it's the truth. So many times people are going through stuff, emotional stuff, and they reach out to people, and this sort of response they get, it's hurtful. It hurts because especially if you're a caring person, there's no way. But listen, don't get me wrong. People are going to do what is necessary to preserve themselves. But you have to learn from that too. When you're going through your crisis and you see people preserving themselves and ensuring that they don't take on your issues, the offense is not in that itself. The offense must come when they expect you to be there for them when they have their crisis. And then there's also another thing, that sometimes when you have crisis in your life or so on, people assume that you're going to beg them something. You're not begging anybody anything. They think that let me avoid you and not call you, because then it might cost me. I'm offended because I'm not like that. Because when I have my needs, I go on my knees, or I might be standing up too, and I call to the Most High. When I say I'm going to manifest something, I'm going to manifest it, because I trust and believe in my spirit guides. There's nothing that I want. All I have to do is ask, and it is given, it's granted. If I say I want a mansion tomorrow, it's mine, because I know how. So you don't have to avoid me because you think I'm going to ask you for money, because it's not something I do. I'm insulted by it, and spirit tells me that is the reason why you're avoiding, because you think I'm going to ask for money. Come on. I did my thing already. Took care of my business already. Long before anybody thought I would. I was ready with cash in hand. I was ready. So you don't have to avoid me, man. It's not nice. Anyway, it puts me in a position where I have to reevaluate how I spend my time with people. I just can't allow folks to consume my time like that anymore, especially people who are not going to be there for me when I need them. It's okay to say, if I'm going to be in this relationship with you, and it's going to be a give and take. It's not going to be a take, 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 take. It should be a balance where I'm there for you, you're there for me. And if it's a situation where you cannot be, then don't ever think that you can consume my time. People, we have to keep it real. And I don't know how not to keep it real. That's why people will not like me, because I speak the truth. So, when you listen to this video, I'm just saying to you that I'm offended that you would say, and it's not the first time it's happening to me, people who have been there for, there's a female that I encouraged to go to university, someone who didn't have no confidence in herself, but she had the ability. And I told her, you got to do this. I literally did her university application, and I took it to the person who was going to make the decision and say, you got to get this person in for an interview. This is somebody I'm recommended. Don't ignore her application. And when she got in, I assisted her with her assignment throughout the years. When she wanted to go to teachers college, I filled out her application. I spent the entire night working her application for her. And when I was sick, she reached out one day. She said, I should be a better friend. I should come see you. I have to book you an appointment. People are like that. That's why you have to be cautious about where you're spending your time and who you're giving your energy to. Because there are people, they're takers. And don't expect them to come and give to you when you're going through your crisis. And sometimes people are going through their own crisis. Don't get me wrong. And sometimes it might coincide with yours. But when you reach out to somebody, or someone reach out to you and say, I need to talk to somebody, don't ignore those folks and don't make excuses. It's not nice, especially if you know that this person would be there for you when you need them. I am going to change the way I do things going forward. I'm not going to allow anyone to consume my time. And if they want to, they're going to pay for it. Do you understand? We have to put value in ourselves, because if we don't, other persons will abuse our kindness, will, take us for granted. And it's really not a nice feeling. It really isn't a nice feeling. I just want to say thanks to all the people who reach out to me by email, by comments or my community post, or call me at a time when I really needed that support. I'm just so grateful, and I feel so blessed to have you guys. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed.